Just I've been tuning into the news lately, and the music in Washington is pretty alert at the moment. Um, the people are in panic because two of the good presidents that we had, two of the more very good presidents that we had in the last 50 to 60 years or so in America are actually under pressure, right? So the music is very alert in Washington as we speak, and well, other than that, um, I'm feel free to step step in my home. I have a computer here. I have an i7, and I don't know. I could rent my i7 if I'm accepting visitors. I mean, I have no office hours, but a guy like me, I mean, you could step in inside my office, which is the also the room where I sleep, and um, use my computer if you need to, or perhaps use my phone or tablet back home. The tablets that I have back home, you please do use them, and find. I mean, if you stepped in my house, I would definitely um, lend you my phone for the purpose of either making a phone call or taking photos and then accessing those photos. So yeah, I'm a hospitable guy. That's first. That's the first thing. And second thing, a guy like me, a very nice guy, very nice dude like me. I mean, I it would go unnoticed, right? So other than that, I've been doing some research on Boolean satisfaction, or SAT, and search trees, I guess. And since we do have P equals MP, I mean, arranging um, disjunctive normal form, that's not interesting. So I think it's 3CNF SAT that's interesting. But having having given you the sketch for P equals MP already, then I think that this problem goes away. So what I've done so far was the Riemann hypothesis, which bear implications to chemistry, I guess, and the DNA profiling. I believe that is the case. Uh, so the Riemann hypothesis wasn't useful for humanity, and now I've served you I've served you P equals NP in effect, and I think I really think we should make this useful to mankind, useful to more humane causes than the Riemann hypothesis. Yeah. Other than that, have you heard of the one-bit catastrophe? Like there's a famous problem called the one-bit catastrophe, with which goes like, if if um, if a string is perfectly random. So if it has, so no, no let me generalize this. Let me put it in the most general way that I can at this time of night. So um Suppose I have a string of a certain random entropy. Suppose I had a string of a given entropy, then if does there exist such a case of a string, finite string, by any means, arbitrary length. Try short strings first. I don't know. I'm not gonna give you the length in bits, but try it for yourself. So um, I have a string, binary string, zeros and ones, and um, if I add one bit, that does it modify the entropy? Well, to take a measure of randomness or something, that does it in effect modify entropy by a vast amount, either by increasing the entropy of the string, or decreasing the entropy of the string. And of course, you know what I mean by entropy here. I mean, it is the degree of randomness. So I mean, some people choose to call entropy randomness. However, uh, I've called it entropy. So yeah, it's not my it isn't my area of research, and well, randomness can get random, in other words, right? So I find that the topic in in computability theory, topics in computability theory and in general, but I'm not talking the logic aspect I'm not talking about the logic aspects of computability theory. I'm talking about computability and randomness. Well, randomness is useful. Randomness is useful at analyze it. So entropy of a structure. So the entropy of a structure. Define it in a suitable way. Define it in a sensible way. But the entropy of a structure helps only in seeing if it's gibberish, or I guess seeing if it's total gibberish. What we have there, well, that's maximum entropy, maximum randomness. But if it presents patterns, but still, so if the structure in question does present patterns, and yes, sorry, no, I thought they were saying something on the news. So if um, if the structure in question does present patterns, however, it is condensed to a high level, um, then we may have an interesting file over there, or an interesting document to read. Okay, we just I don't know. So give you an example, an example of an interesting document to read, that is highly condensed entropy. Well, take Marcel Proust. Okay, Marcel Proust. Take Henry Miller. Henry Miller is pretty good in the English language, and try to understand French. Try to understand French. If you want to study Marcel Proust, maybe you should try to understand French and guitar chords, I guess. But okay, so far so good. Take it easy. Use multiple threading and object-oriented programming. Use approximation techniques, and uh, of course, certainty in, well, in a court case situation, we don't want to approximate, right? So in a court case situation, there's no room for approximation. But so is in cases I mean, I've spoken about this before, and I hate repeating myself. So If we don't want violence, we don't want provocations. So we don't even want somebody implying that there may be provocation. We want people having a free debate, free logical debates, and we want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, so um, I in effect, so use semantic trees. Okay, force people into contradictions if you need to. Okay, use I mean, Graham Priest. I keep giving you this reference, and I guess you haven't picked it up. Um, um, try to force contradictions, factual contradictions. Try a mixture of semantics and so if you are to fish, if you are to try to fish a huge whale, you would use semantics and synthetic a priori, or approximately synthetic a priori um, arguments in order to set traps. Try to give bait to people. Use techniques like bait and decoys, I guess, as Senator Kennedy does very aptly. He's an excellent bait setter. Try to use such patterns, I guess. And so and for the running of the process, it's good to have precision. So deductions are good for precision, and um, semantic entailment is good for heuristics, and it's very nice for its beauty, its aesthetics, and also it's very good for bait setting, I guess. So I guess in a violence type of situation, and this is a brief point, my very last point. In in a so if in a violence type of, so I really like, what I really like is when the bad guys at work don't show up at work. They call in sick, and they call in sick for weeks, and then they lose their job because they just had a sabbatical, and it's I really like that effect when everybody calls in sick at work, all the bad guys, and it's only the good guys that remain in the office. Well, that's an awesome effect.